Why, hello there. It's me again. I'm back. You don't get rid of me that easily. So welcome to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, going mostly solo, episode 17. My goodness. Actually showing some commitment here, aren't we? You join me exactly back where I started. There have been no off-screen shenanigans. So I was confused because I was expecting to find a drow sorcerer in this particular area of the world map, and it turns out I just didn't stand in the right place. I hope you could hear the shoulder shrug. So we're going to try and find him now, so you can tell that I wasn't utterly incompetent in the way that I planned my videos. Yeah, you're all convinced, aren't you? Especially with the rival Bartman Just the Goods Bear and plain production values. But yes, so where we were farming all those gibberlings earlier, just a few steps north of this lovely tower with the ivy growing on it, we should have trod somewhere in here. There is actually an experience point minimum you need to have to actually kick off the encounter, but I am considerably above it. You need like plus 11,000 XP, which isn't really that much. So I will warn you in advance that when we get this encounter kicked off, it does involve quite a lengthy conversation. So he's a rather mouthy drow sorcerer. So we'll see if we can find the right place to stand, and here we are.
It's about time you came through for me. I was beginning to wonder whether your incompetence was... Wait. This isn't right. You fool! I am not fully revived. I am diminished, damaged, and dangerously deteriorated. Why, I've even lost some of my perspicacity.
So yeah, you can see he's swallowed a thesaurus, and he's almost as badly into alliteration as I am.
Najim? Are you even listening? My most obedient servant, friend. Where are you? Surely you aren't going to leave me up here.
Yeah, Najim is his Jinn follower. I don't know if it's a silent D at the beginning or not.
You conniving cur! I will crack your realm wide open and drag you into this plane of... Oh. Hello. Well, this is awkward.
So, with the dialogue options, you have the opportunity to take the piss. So, because I'm role-playing chaotic, I think I just might.
Greetings, friendly surface dweller. You wouldn't happen to know the direction of the nearest entrance to the Underdark, would you?
Why would I know that?
No, I suppose you wouldn't. This is particularly problematic for a popular power player such as myself.
So this is a potential companion. That alliteration wouldn't get particularly pissing off particularly quickly, would it?
How could I forget? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Baldur Veritiv, more commonly known as Baldur the Entertainer. Yes, I know, that Baldur. Fall to your knees and beg for mercy. I'm sure you know the truth.
Who?
Perhaps you aren't as cultured as I had assumed. In any case, it seems that I am in a bit of a bind. I am unable to return to my home, left bare to the boundless barbarism of the surface world.
I'm going to borrow a phrase from J.C. Denton. What a shame.
You must be crawling with questions, but first, let me elucidate recent events. Perhaps many of your petty ponderances will be answered. My My most recent project was a little something I called the Black Pits. I'm sure you've heard of it. Mortal pitted against mortal in a desperate bid to... it doesn't matter.
So as I said in the last video, the Black Pits is this little gladiator arena that you can use to practice your fighting in groups thing. And it has an attached story to it. And you fight this guy at the end, and this is where he ends up. You know you want to, don't you?
Outhouses! You dare compare my barony of bloody battles to a pretty?
Oh, did I say that out loud?
You must be out of the loop. It was a marvelous sight. The roaring crowd, my obedient Jinn slave keeping the prisoners in...
Oh, it is Jinn.
The sound of hammer crushing bone.
Listening to this idiot, I could do with about a bottle and a half.
A favor here, a clever spell there, a geese or two. It's not so hard.
Oh, a geese, that's how you pronounce it. I never really... Anyway.
Things went quite swimmingly until some upstarts tricked me into facing them in battle. They cheated, of course.
Just like the game.
But I am nothing if not calculatingly cautious. And so I instructed that Jinn jerk Najim to grant me a final wish. That I be protected from death. He granted that. As you can see, I live again. No demon-webbed pits for me. But I am bereft of my previous power. Forced to converse with a pack of mouth-breathing. Oh, I apologize. I'm beginning to rant.
Yeah, I know the feeling. So, you can either recruit him, kill him, or just tell him to go away. The latter of which is what I'm going to do, because I don't want this interesting idiot, sorry I had to alliterate there, to be tagging along like a intelligent interloper. I'm sorry. Yeah, so all the stuff that he has is stolen, so I wouldn't be able to sell any of it until I got to Baldur's Gate, which is still some quite considerable way off. That was an unintentional alliteration. I know it's a phonic one, not a literal letter one. That was deliberate. Anyway, so yeah, all of his stuff is stolen, and no one will accept it apart from the fences in Baldur's Gate. And yeah, I can't be bothered, so I will just tell him to sling his hook.
I am simply unaccustomed to dealing with your kind on less than crushingly advantageous terms.
Yeah, I know that feeling as well.
I do not make it a habit to beg others for aid, and I prefer to lend favors rather than request them.
He does have a quite amusing last line if you do decide to kill him, but I'll let you discover that for yourself.
Clearly, I still command some of my powers. Even in this diminished state, I must remain one of the top 5 spellcasters in all the realms. If someone were to offer me martial protection, I'm sure I could be of great help to whatever it is you're doing.
He rather overstates his ability. Top 5. Yeah, and I'm one of the top 5 thieves in the realms. Can't even kill a kobold with one arrow.
No. No, 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 no! Don't leave me here, you moronic miscreant! There are pale-skinned barbarians everywhere!
Yeah, why didn't you cower next to the wall in the forest somewhere?
Fine. I'll just make my way there myself. I don't need your help. Be gone!
He does actually have a really, really good mage robe, but it's restricted to evil characters, so I'm not a spellcaster, and I'm last time I checked I wasn't evil, so anyway, that's the encounter. Now that that is done and dusted, we can head south to Larswood. No, this is Larswood. What the hell am I talking about? No, I want to go to the Red Wizard Woods. I did a really good job of reassuring you of my competence there, didn't I? Anyway, I must be catching up bad habits from Harrison here. Anyway, the alternative pet name for the Red Wizard Woods is the Spider Woods, so I hope there are no arachnophobes watching, because you may not enjoy the next hour or so. Okay, while I am here, I probably should have rested before I did the travelling. If we get jumped by giant spiders, which we probably will be, I think I'll just reload, because I need my special healing abilities back, and I do want that charm creature spell from the cloak as well. So, wish us luck. That's probably the only good luck we're going to have over the course of the next hour. So there are three notable encounters in this particular area. They involve spiders, wizards, ettercaps, and cursed scrolls. So there's an NPC around who is looking for you to return his scroll that was stolen by an ettercap. Whatever you do, don't read it, because it's cursed, and it will probably kill you if you do that. There's an enchanting spider nest. More on that when we get there. And somewhere in the centre middle of the map, right around here, there is a group of red wizards up to no good. Yeah, because red wizards are a little bit like London buses. You go ages and ages don't see any, and then you bump into 4 at once. So 4 wizards versus 1 barely competent thief. That could be an interesting encounter. I sense fireball in my future. That necklace of missiles is going to see some action, thinks I. But you know the drill by now. It's a brand new area. Lots of undiscovered country to turn lovely and green and visible. Very, very glad at this point that I'm playing a thief, because we need to be careful for web traps like the one I triggered when we were running away from those 4 ettercaps. So we're going to inch our way around, watching where we tread. Watch out for evil and be careful not to tread in any. I'm paraphrasing Minsk, as long-time players of this game will know. In many respects, I think Minsk is probably my favourite companion that you can get in this and Baldur's Gate 2, because not only is he a first-rate warrior, tank, artillery brigade when you give him a really, really good bow, he also has some of the best lines in the entire game. Basically because he has really, really low wisdom and really low health, and he gets his guidance from his animal companion, the aforementioned miniature giant space hamster. which is supposed to be an actual thing, I think, in the lore of the Forgotten Realms. So yeah, we have these little escarpments and cliff faces blocking off the eastern edge of the map, just to say, you shall not pass. This is as far as you go. We're not going to give you access to the rest of the Western Heartlands. Stay here where all the giant spiders and ettercaps are. Speaking of which, it's only a huge spider. We ought to be okay. But let's see what our rolls are going to be like tonight. Oh, that's encouraging. He says, getting a poisonous spider bite. Are you going to hit him? Yeah, okay. In, you know, the spider woods, he's probably not going to be alone, so don't be surprised if I, you know, just creep around aggroing one mob at a time, because I don't terribly want to be fighting sword spiders and wraith spiders at the same time. And we do need to be wary of these web traps. Even though I do have the potions of free action in my little potion bag here, I am actually I'm going to take these out actually. Because I didn't click the right button, did I? Because I'm a moron. There we are. Right, swap potions of free action for my potion of explosions. There are more of those in the game, but we need to get to Baldur's Gate to get there. Someone remind me if we find someone dead. I need to use this. Anyway. So, these potions of free action, just one of them should allow me to kind of uncover the entire area, and hopefully avoid any nasty web traps. And I may well want it for when we tackle the red wizards as well, because if there are 4 spellcasters I need to turn into worm food, I am not going to survive a hold person spell. Because you know what my saving throws are like. It's a shame I don't have a potion of clarity. Oh, here's an ettercap. Right, so stand well back and pelt it with arrows. Unlike the previous 2 videos, there's going to be a lot of Sir Robining. Yeah, because these chaps, they're... I mean, they may look like Piers Morgan after a particularly raucous night out, but critical miss, thanks very much. Run away, run away. But yeah, they're just as toxic and poisonous as Piers Morgan as well. Is that liable? Or is it slander? Though I to play the political card at the moment is that I have been done something I'm not terribly proud of in recent weeks, which is agree with Piers Morgan more than once. Well, more than 0 actually. So keep holding the government to account, Piers. Okay, that's all the politics for tonight. I promise not to make any more cheap jokes. Oh, Dennis is playing with his cars again. I wonder if he's realised... Oh, well, he won't have realised I've been doing call-outs to him in the videos, because where I've actually been doing it, I haven't actually uploaded them yet. That's a job for later tonight. After this... Well, I have uploaded them, I just haven't posted them on the links on Twitter yet. Yeah, just... Did you want to kiss him? I'm actually feeling in quite a controversial mood today, and I'm about to say something that if it causes you to unsubscribe, not watch any of my videos again, or unfollow me on Twitter, I will understand. Yeah, I'm quick saving. No, not that. That's you ought to know. No, the controversial thing. As you know, I'm a very, very big, huge, tragic Star Wars fan. I may have mentioned that in a previous video. Saturday night being an evening where I spend less time on the computer and more with my increasingly tolerant and beloved other half. We actually sat down to watch The Rise of Skywalker on Blu-ray. And I hadn't been to the cinema to see it, because I don't go to the cinema on my own. It's far too expensive and far too loud for someone with social anxiety disorder, frankly. That'll be one of the web traps. Can I? It's just as well I killed that etiquette before I stepped on the trap. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really do cinemas anymore because now I'm in my mid-40s. They're just basically too loud. I remember a few years ago when my partner and I, we went to see Slumdog Millionaire, and there's a scene in there where the kids are running on top of the... I made a save. But, oh. Okay, yeah, you get deselected, so never mind. I'll just wait. Just wait for it to go. It's fine. I'm not in any danger.
Yes?
No danger of being competent. Anyway, so there's this scene in Slumdog Millionaire where the kids are running across the top of a train, and the Bangra music was so loud, my ears were actually hurting. Anyway, it was painful to listen to. And you know that young people can stand loud enclosed spaces. Ooh, okay. Just as well, I was whittering on for ages, so I'm actually getting close to the this little spider's nest. We'll come back to this trap in a minute. So yeah, young people can stand loud enclosed spaces. I can't, because it's just painful, actually physically painful to be there, and does horrible things to my social anxiety disorder. So I don't really do that. So the last film we actually saw at the cinema was The Last Jedi, which we didn't terribly like. I really disagreed with a lot of the narrative choices. You know, why would Luke Skywalker just completely turn his back on the galaxy? It just didn't seem in character for me, and I know Mark Hamill agreed with me on that one, or I agreed with him. Anyway, Doesn't really matter about the causality of those particular things. But, so we didn't bother going to see the Rise of Skywalker, which I think is an absolutely god-awful, terrible name for a film, which makes no sense at all. It's not even a good title. But here's the controversial thing. The title's probably the worst thing about it. I mean, other than totally marginalising Rose because, you know, gatekeeping fanboys on the internet didn't like her. Which, again, is complete garbage as far as I'm concerned. She was a fine character. What the hell's your problem? Yeah, Rise of Skywalker. It's not bad. It's not utterly, irredeemably terrible. It's not The Empire Strikes Back. But then the thing is, that's my favourite film of all time. And so don't tell me that, you know, I don't know my Star Wars, because yeah, you should take a look at my bookshelves. But yeah, it's okay. You can't fault the visuals. Very pleased that J.J. Abrams managed to kill off Greg Grunberg, because I don't understand quite how that gentleman... I mean, I'm sure he's lovely, but I don't understand quite how he has a career. But anyway, you didn't come here. Oh, Sword Spider. This is what you came to see. A really inept thief being murdered by a hasted spider with swords for legs. That's why you're here. So I'll shut up about Star Wars, because I'm not trying to be controversial or anything. I'm just expressing my democratically permitted opinion. But anyway, this guy is bad news. So in some respects, there is absolutely no point at all in doing the whole Sir Robin thing, because he moves twice as fast as I do. So I better hope that I can get a couple of hits in before he runs me through with about 7 of his 8 legs. He's almost worth a fireball, but by the time I finish casting the fireball, he's going to be about here, and I've got my back against a trap here. I was going to talk about the trap. You see how long it is. If I just decided I was going to use my thieving skills to disarm the trap, Harrison, the intelligent gentleman with impeccable pathfinding that he is, would walk across the trap to get to the middle to disarm it and set off the web. I would fail my roll and he would come and eat my face. So I am going to Sir Robin in the other direction and hopefully get one shot with an arrow off before his venomous fangs sink into my nether regions, and it's all right. I wasn't using them anyway. I'm not having children. So you come to me. I am definitely not rushing into this encounter. So you and I better not uncover any more of this this map, because fighting one sword spider is bad enough. Fighting 2 would be horrific. Is there any point trying to stealth? Well, I don't think these are going to do me any good, so I might as well put those on. And my god, I've actually made a roll. I'm not even thinking of a backstab here. But since I get a sneak attack, this has got to be done, hasn't it? Because he hasn't started attacking me yet. So let's get the first hit in. And you see how fast he is. Oh, there's a wraith spider and a phase spider in here. The phase spider is the one who can teleport through the shadow realm, and the wraith spider, he's almost like a vampiric wolf. You need +1 weapons or better to even touch him. So I may get one shot in before this guy jumps all over me. I mean, there aren't many things in the game that I am a little bit afraid of, but this is one of them. Of course he made his save. And you. And you. And you. Because the game cheats. So, will the other 3 spiders come boiling out of the pits of doom here? The first thing I will know about the phase spider is when I see some twinkling lights beside me. And there isn't really much point in running away, so it's just as well I have all of the health potions, because I will probably need them. I'm thinking of doing something a little tricksy. He's going to make a save, and I'll just waste the spell, but I really don't want to be fighting him, if at all possible. So I'm going to try and charm him. This is what you do with a ranger, incidentally. You would try and charm the creature. Charm the... I think they do still get classed as animal. If his ring doesn't turn green by the time this cloak disappears from my portrait, we're going to be in big trouble. So I just have to... Oh my word. I am wearing my piercing belt, aren't I? I am. So... Please, I just want to be friends. Don't kill me. Oh. Maybe I should have done the charm first. Oh, gods. Okay. So, I need to persuade the spider not to actually kill me and have a go at this giant spider instead. While I try and recover some of those hit points. So, even if I hadn't have been standing there trying to charm him, he still would have done some really bad damage. So, as sword spiders go, they're pretty good as meat shields. So, we got two giant spiders, a phase spider, and that wraith spider. So these are all worth quite a lot of experience points. Oh dear, has he decided he's... Oh, the sword spider's dead. So he's done his job, and I am on the menu. Danger close. So I am going to put my fireball here. So these guys aren't as fast as the sword spider. The sword spider got poisoned? We'll look into that later. So I killed one of the sword spiders, but This is divine retribution for me saying those things about Piers Morgan and the Rise of Skywalker, isn't it? Because yeah, so you see the face spider can do this dimension door thing. And oh man. It's not looking good, is it? Run away, run away, run away. Pop a potion. Get killed. No, don't just stand there. You got 4 spiders trying to kill you. What are you doing? Okay, that's another 8 health points. And I'm running into an area where I can actually get attacked. Ian, stop panicking and stop being stupid. And run away from the spiders into a place where you're not absolutely likely to get killed. So you can see that wraith spider teleporting. Right. Try and use another one of those. Yeah. So they're all fairly badly injured. And now he is wanting to chomp on my buttocks. So... okay, keep running, keep running, keep running. Okay, he's about to phase door, dimension door again. So, an arrow down his face. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Critical hit. Performing under pressure for the first time. Okay, I take it back. Rise of Skywalker is unutterable garbage. Oh, God. He's not... no, he's just a giant spider. I'm going to have to keep running. Oh, fuck. No, 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 go away, go away. I don't want to die. It's not my time, it's too early. No, no, no. Right. He must run out of dimension doors eventually. Good chunk of experience though, look at that. Right, and don't run over the trap. Sorry, we've still got some room to work with. I feel like Hudson in Aliens. Come and get it, baby! Ah! That's when the alien, you know, just rips away the floor that he's standing on. And he gets dragged to his doom by horrible chitinous legs like these. Oh, no, come on. I know I've just been watching a really, really bad Star Wars movie, because it is terrible. It is. I promise you, it is dreadful, and you know, not worthy of the Star Wars name. No, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh, for God's sake, man. Do you think he's got arachnophobia? He will have by the end of this. Oh, come on. You don't have the health points to be pishing around like this. And I don't want to go into melee. Okay, so I'm going to need a sip of wine for courage. So, a fact that not many people know about me. I used to play rugby union at high school and university, at least in my first year. And I used to play left wing, number 11. Because back in those days I was actually, you know, quite slim, attractive and fast, which is not something you can say about me now. And I used to really excel with the whole sidestep, shimmy, Salama dummy business, which is what I need to do to this giant spider now, because I need to Sir Robin all the way back here and keep hoping that Harrison is not going to keep doing his Stormtrooper tribute act. Come on! Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. Yeah, I think that's what we call a tap tackle. He managed to almost knock me off my feet, but I'm back up and critical missing. Okay, it wasn't a critical, but it might as well have been. Okay, don't just stand there. Run, Forrest, run! I don't know why the music has gone... Oh, this is a lovely little piece of woodland, isn't it? Because it's not, it's full of fecking spiders. That was close. Do you think it'd be an idea to quick save? Right. So 450. We have to go a long way back before we see more kills and more XP, don't we? So that's 2,000 cumulatively. 3,500-ish. And another, yeah. So that's nearly 4k. And I don't get the XP for the sword spider because I didn't kill it. But that would be worth about as much as the face spider. And did I get any? No, I didn't get any kills with the fireball. So, another encounter like that, and I'll probably be dead. But I may get my next level. Well, given the value of the red wizards, being able to reach level 9 by the end of this area is a pretty good shout. So I'm going to hide in this little corner down here, where if I get jumped by spiders in the night, I have pretty much guaranteed a reload. They didn't smell me, and they didn't find me. Okay. So I'm definitely going to need that again if I run into more of those fecking sword spiders. So there are a fair few of those in the regions of Cloakwood, and as you can see, trying to solo them is not a great idea. So we were very lucky not to die there. Some people will call it skill, but I recognise it for what it is, and that was just blind luck and good fortune. So we blundered into that trap. We have found this one. Oh, we have another Ettercap. Okay, that's fine. As long as he's on his own, I don't mind. We're still going to Sir Robin though, because he is quite slow. I was quite surprised I could outrun the giant spiders actually. That is valuable intelligence, unlike the wisdom of... I know wisdom and intelligence aren't the same thing in the game or in real life. Come on, you're supposed to be an intelligent young man. At the moment I've seen year 9 with more intelligence. It's just as well I own all of the +2 arrows in the entire world as well, isn't it? I mean, they're pretty tough as enemies go, but their armor class isn't that great, and their number of hit points isn't that brilliant either. And they should be fairly vulnerable to piercing damage as well. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Nope. No, just stand there and wait to give him a hug. You know, he probably looks like that because his mother didn't love him enough. Critical miss. Yeah, I almost think it's going to be worth writing some Forgotten Realms fan fiction about critical miss Harrison, and you know, try and get him, you know, send it to the Wizards of Sword Coast and try and get it inserted into the actual lore. I mean, you know, 650 is, I mean, gives you an idea of how dangerous they are compared to some other enemies you might encounter. But we're gonna get tougher. And who have we seen? What are you? Either a wraith spider or a giant. Oh, just a huge spider. So that is just a random encounter, just dropping him in. Well, it could have been worse, couldn't it? It could have been a sword spider. Yeah, come on. You and me, let's go. I think when we go back to the friendly arm, I'm going to need more antidote potions, aren't I? Right, let's just make sure we're fully stocked with arrows, and we're fully quick saved. So let's disarm this trap and show you the little pitfalls of letting idiots like Harrison here do their own pathfinding. So as I mentioned earlier, before we tempted fate with comments that were damning Rise of Skywalker with faint praise, when you disarm a trap, your thief will go to the kind of like the center of the trap. So if you are not very careful in the positioning of where you see it and where you give the order, he will just, because, you know, he's a computer construct and he's, you know, they're dumb as hell. And a little bloody fly has just drowned itself in my glass of wine. I don't care, I'm still drinking it. The alcohol kill any bugs the fly was carrying. Anyway. Oh, extra flavour. Anyway, so yeah, you sometimes you have to just override the computer and do everything manually because it is dumb as hell, and it will have absolutely no problem at all with following your orders and walking you into a trap that will allow an ambush of spiders to come and kill you stone dead. So there is another trap around here somewhere. So a favourite trick of the Etacaps is to string them up between two trees. This is another trick that we'll see them using. in the cloak wood. So we do need to be quite cautious, because we really don't want to be webbed when sword spiders and wraith spiders are around. So we need to be careful. So it's, if you're wary of traps being in the area, it's always a good idea just to shove the kind of like a cursor's, ground cursor's width, and wait for like 10 seconds to make sure that even though you theoretically have a 100% chance of finding traps, we still manage to be able to walk into that one a little bit south of here. So it's you can't really afford to take anything for granted by this stage of the game. So right, what's that? A tussly. Okay, that's alright. Or ought to be. And get the sword out. Oh, he's running away. Arrow between the shoulder blades. In the back, please. Thank you. Where are your friends? Or you like me and you don't have any? Poor little monster. He was such a kindred spirit as well. Just wait for any potential traps to rear their rouge heads. Oh, etacaps are about, so that is probably a sign that a trap is not too far away, maybe there. So just be careful where we do the old Sir Robin trick. We're gonna bravely run away, take a snapshot with our short bow, inevitably miss and need to run away again. That poison bite, I'm really not willing to risk melee with an etacap. Not when we can, you know, just waste a few arrows and keep him beyond arm's length so he can't actually bite us. Ooh, he has scrolls. Right, that encounter was actually scripted, because this is the cursed scroll that there's a character knocking about around here somewhere who wants it back. So he's somewhere to the west up here, and our red wizard friends are in here. So let's find that. So that other trap, I think, is going to be around here somewhere. Let's try and find it and get the 40 experience points. I mean, we must be getting pretty close now. Yeah. Not bad. Okay. Right. Be cautious. I'll just wait here for a little while and see if that trap shows up. And I can drink more bug wine. At least the glass of wine was mostly empty by the time I got to it. Or, well, by the time the fly got to it. Where are you, Trappy Trappy? Come to Papa. I'm probably just going to end up setting it off at this rate. Right. Well, as we uncover the rest of the map, we'll probably find it one way or the other. Either way, setting it off or actually detecting it. But I'm still going to be wary about walking between trees. Because you... you don't want to set off a trap and then the game suddenly decide to throw in a random encounter because your back was turned. So that looks like another potential place to stick a trap. So you need to give it a good couple of rounds to make sure you're making your detection rolls. Okay. Right. I want to stay out of this middle area for the moment. So it's just east of this rock. There's a little kind of like a kind of like a ruined temple where these wizards are doing their well, whatever it is they're doing. It's never adequately explained because they just try and kill you before you can run off and tell people about what they're doing. Come on, give me another. Yeah, and finish in melee.
Onward!
You know what? I might actually be able to trust Harrison to do that quest in Beregost now of sorting out Landrin's spider problem. Dum, dum, da-dum. Okay. Yeah, so I can zoom south, sweep, and I'll clear that area as well, and we'll kick off the encounter, which we'll finish the video on. And we'll probably walk through that trap sometime soon as well. It's amazing, isn't it? Well, we found the trap. Bloody get out of there, you moron. So much for the fine trap skill. That really bodes well for the Cloakwood. Right, well, yeah, okay, we'll stick to our plan. Yeah, I can't say because that trap is still webbing. Nope, still going. Still thinks I'm in combat. So I'm just trying to make sure that I don't trigger this event before I'm mentally prepared for it, and I've drunk enough wine to be stupid enough to try and attempt it solo. Right, let's try and find this guy who wants to scroll back. He should be up in the northwest corner of the map somewhere. Good, I can't say. Shall I tempt fate again and finish my musings on Rise of Skywalker? Yeah. Just as I was about to open my mouth and say something mildly complimentary, a spider turns up. Fine. Excellent. So, as I was saying before, I nearly got murdered by that group of spiders. It's okay. It's not Empire Strikes Back, but I wouldn't even I wouldn't rate it terribly highly among the Star Wars films, but I mean visually it's impeccable. You know, as a cinematic spectacle, I can imagine it will be diverting for a couple of hours. It's nice to look at. Best not to think too much about all of the plot holes. But I think I liked it more than The Last Jedi. But that's not saying much, because that's pretty much that. I don't even like that as much as Attack of the Clones. I'm gonna get a bolt of lightning now, aren't I? Struck from the sky. Lose half my hit points. Can you just... I mean, walk on the ground. How hard can it be? One more. Not quite a critical miss. It would be good if I could get this next level before I tried taking on those red wizards. You're supposed to be attacking him. You just stood there for 10 seconds doing nothing. Okay, the old sidestep routine. Wait for him to come in range and smash him with an arrow. It's karma. It has to be. Okay. Once is happenstance, twice is coincidence. So if I say another nice thing about Rise of Skywalker, and then I get another critical miss, I can't write that off as coincidence anymore, and it must be karmic retribution. So I really like Oscar Isaac in the new Star Wars trilogy. Critical miss coming up. No. Okay, let's tempt fate even more. You go first. It was just delayed karmic retribution. Kerry Russell's bounty hunter, mercenary, thief type character I actually quite liked. I actually thought in the final bit of the, you know, the celebration scene, where Oscar Isaac gives her the come to bed eyes and she just shakes her head and he shrugs his shoulders and walks off. I thought that was actually a really funny, clever touch.
Onward!
Okay. Maybe it was just coincidence. And maybe wraith spiders might fly. Has he gone berserk? Yes, he has. Since you're not going to shoot him, how about you? Right. I wasn't running away, you understand. I was just going back to uncover more of the map. And if you believe that. Right. Does help if you select the right weapon, doesn't it? I didn't want to walk back the way I came because we've wasted too much time as it is already. Kill him! Thank you very much indeed. Okay, not much left now. And you'll probably be glad to see the end of this video with me talking bullshit about politics and saying almost nice things about an almost universally panned quote-unquote Star Wars film. But it's okay. You know. Here's something else I'm going to say that might cause you to unfollow me as well. But it's true, so I will say it. In 1999, when The Phantom Menace came out, I absolutely loved it. I went to the cinema. I was working in Sheffield at the time. And I wasn't earning that much money. Oh, there's this guy who wants his scroll. We'll deal with him in a minute. And so, you know, when you're earning like 30 quid a day, 30 quid a shift as a croupier, I mean, minimum wage back then was like £3.25 an hour. Yeah, I know. And so yeah, a £5 cinema ticket, as they were back then, you know, a third of what they are now, where, at least where I live, was actually, you know, relatively speaking, quite a bit of money. And I sat down in the cinema, watched it, absolutely loved it, went back to the ticket desk, bought another ticket, and sat down and watched it again and enjoyed it even more. And I'm not ashamed. Doesn't mean I like Jar Jar or anything. But tell me Darth Maul is not effing cool. You know? Prove me wrong. Oh. If you could retrieve it for me, I promise to brighten your karma. Well, it can't really get much worse, can it?
What you want?
It will increase your karmic essence. Yes, it's cursed. So yeah, I'm not going to 800 XP. I don't think there's enough random encounters in here to actually help get that level before I do this encounter. So I'm just narrowing down the unknown region here. before I find that ruined temple. So it's literally behind this tree. And I do know how to use the word literally properly. So, you know, don't go mistaking me for Jeremy Clarkson. I'm not quite that old and fat yet. Zing! Right. So it's there-ish. So don't edge too close yet. Might get a random encounter with a race spider. And keep quicksanding. Yeah, so at the top of those steps there is a mage who does not want to be interrupted. He likes his privacy and likes his own company. You could say he's a kindred spirit. Ah, that's not going to be enough XP. But maybe if I wander around the area long enough. Actually, I don't think I'm going to need to, because I am going to spam fireball, and then when one of these red mages comes to try and talk to me, I will just try and charm them. And I'm not in combat. Yeah, there you go. The music. The music will tell you. It's a bit like looking at the tail of a cat. The truth is in the tail. So in Baldur's Gate, the truth is in the music. Right. So let's just have a quick sweep around here, because I want to come in and trigger this encounter from about here. Close, so close. I just need another Ettercap. And that would actually tip the balance to level 9. I don't think it's going to happen, do you? Maybe I just need to keep tempting fate. Or I could rest and 3 wraith spiders and a phase spider might try and eat me. No, I'm not going to do that. No. Okay. Final quick save. And this is an occasion where a backstab is not going to be possible, really, because my stealth skill just isn't high enough to be able to do this. Oh, he succeeded on a second roll. What on? Wow. So I'm going to try and uncover as much of this area as possible, because to begin with, the mages are quite spread out. Fortunately, she can't see me. So they're in this area here. So tactical planning. I'll tell you what, I'll do it once without taking the Potion of Freedom, and hopefully be able to fireball the guys into submission here without actually needing to use it, because I prefer to be able to save them if I can. So fireball goes first, then I'll use the charm creature on her and see how many attempts it takes us to do this without dying. Hold on to your butts. And they all make their saves. Of course they do. Because it wouldn't be any fun if they didn't. Right, so she's gone hostile, and I'm going to try and charm her. And then I can just spam the area with more fireballs, and assuming she doesn't make her saving throw. I mean, she is badly injured. One more fireball will probably do it. But I'm not willing to take the risk when I could have a spellcasting meat shield. So keep a good grip on those cheeks. Well, that was unexpected. Now that has really effed up my plan, hasn't it? Because I'm just going to have to fireball. Oh, two magic missiles. Right, who's died? So we got Denak, Diana, Brendan, and Laszlo. So there's still 2 left. I will take those. And since they still can't see me, I guess it's still fireball time, isn't it? You know what Harrison's motto is. When in doubt, more fireball. Okay, that just leaves the guy who's in charge, Denak, who keeps making his saves. I want to save those fireballs for
Yes?
for the Cloakwood. So with a bit of luck,
It will be
with
done.
my bitey arrows, well, he's near death. Yeah, another fireball would be excessive, wouldn't it? I'll sort out the inventory stuff later. Let's just cast this, well, hopefully sort this spellcaster out with a bitey arrow, and that'll be job well done for the night, won't it? Yeah, I just killed 3 of your mates, and you still want to parley. Well, he doesn't want to parley because he just wants to kill me. Yeah, good luck with that. Right. What's the betting I get a critical miss? He casts hold person, I fail the save, and then he fireballs me. Nice job. Excellent. I will take that. And as ever, the truth is in the music. Oh, I think a little bit of money, a few spells, and I need to pop those away. So Boric Goldfinger gets a few of his health potions back. So that's only a net loss of 1 on the area. I think we can live with that, can't we? Right. So I don't know if I have the law. No, I don't have the law to identify that ring. This actually kind of gives a free melee attack, ranged or a ranged touch melee attack. I think that's contradiction terms. But basically the ring flies off your finger, hits someone in the face and does them a little bit of damage that they can't actually avoid with their saving throw. So that just leaves us with the business of recovering all these hit points. Oh yeah, there's more garbage in here to pick up. So I can't ID that, so it goes in the bag, that goes in the scroll case, and I've got all of these lovely robes, which I do have the law to identify, which can be sold back at the Friendly Arm. So we have sorted those wizards out and we have gained a level. So this is the penultimate level up that I'll actually be able to get in Baldur's Gate, because level 10 is as far as I can go with the experience point cap. So let's see what to do. I've already pickpocketed the thing that I wanted, so there's no point putting points in that. There's not really much utility in detect illusion. My THACO has been reduced by 1. Well, we'll see about that one, won't we? And apparently my saving throws have been improved. Believe it when I see it. Oh, backstab multiplier increased. So we'll have to try and use that a little bit more often and get into the habit. So I don't keep failing these hide in shadows rolls. I'll put the majority of the points in there, and I'll just put 10 into move silently. So with my sneaky boots and my sexy armor, have I got my? Yeah, I do have my sneaky boots. Yeah, move silently 70, hide in shadows 85. It's looking a bit better now, isn't it? So I can get that. If I do get this final level, I can get that to 100, and that to 80, and I will be a super sneaky thief. Right, well, there we are. I'm not going to quite call it a night yet. I'm going to set myself up for our next video, where we will finally, hopefully, be able to reach this bandit camp. I don't know if we're going to need to go to the fishing village first, or whether I will just need to kind of like get to the edge of the map to kick in an area transition, and then now that I've killed everything in here, that one will open up. I will let you know at the end of or the beginning of the next video, and we will sort out these bandit groups, the Chill and the Black Talons that we've been stealing arrows from. So that was fun. So yeah, that will do for now. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and my slandering of Piers Morgan and damning with faint praise of the last Star Wars film. And remember, I'm not rich enough to sue. Until I see you next time, stay safe and see you soon.